On this episode of the Procedurally Generated Show, Ethan and Tony watch Sony's State of Play. Well, howdy, everybody. Welcome to the Procedurally Generated Show. I'm your host, Tony, and joining me this week, we've got Ethan.
Hey.
What's going on, sir?
It's Saturday.
It is Saturday, and I just realized that I forgot to record the intro to the show.
Yeah, I was about to say something. And
we'll have to go back in.
I was like, where are we going with this now? It's too late.
We'll just do it after the show. We'll do it after.
That's going to be so confusing. Let's just go ahead and do it now.
We'll fix it in post. Okay. Time out. We'll record the intro. We'll be right back. There you go. That's it.
That's it. All that for what? 3 seconds of you talking.
3 seconds of audio. Now, back to where we were. So yes, this is, you're going to have a lot of fun trying to edit this show.
I'm just going to cut out the intro part, put it at the start, and the rest of this can stay in as is.
So yes, Sony did have a State of Play. I think I knew about this earlier in the week and just forgot about it until Friday happened. And everybody's like, hey, are you watching the State of Play? So I turned it on. I didn't watch all of it. I watched most of it. But right now, Ethan, you and we're going to take a few minutes here and watch Sony's State of Play, where they talk about some games that are coming out for both the PS4 and the PS5. I think it's sort of a mix of both.
But not the Vita.
No, not the Vita. I don't think there's a single Vita announcement in this State of Play.
That's so sad.
Vita games are still coming out.
I know, it's crazy.
They're just not talking about them.
Well, Sony's not talking about them.
That's true. Everybody but Sony is talking about the Vita. Has there been...
We just need that reason for a game to come out on Vita, and it's just the reason everyone wants to have a Vita.
Has there been a system that's lasted as long past its death as the Vita has? Like, I realize people still make games for the 2600 and the ColecoVision and the Commodore 64, but it seems like the Vita, more than any other system, has that, like, hardcore, we love the Vita following that I don't think other systems have.
Have you seen the Dreamcast population of fans?
Well, yeah, okay, there is that, I suppose.
Those guys are crazy, man.
I never owned a Dreamcast, so I don't follow the Dreamcast community as much as everybody else.
You are missing out on, like, probably the greatest system you'll never want to use. It's got some good gems on there, but I mean, at the end of the day, it's still a Dreamcast. And like, man, that was fun. I'm gonna go play a real game now.
Like, I went to my friend's house and I played the Dreamcast. We played a lot of football, and I played some Crazy Taxi, and that's all I really remember about the Dreamcast.
Yeah, it's really just boiled down to, it's like, hey, I'm gonna play. Like for me, it's like, hey, I want to play Sonic Adventure. Oh wait, I can play it out on everything else now. But then you're like, okay, well, what about Crazy Taxi? Okay, it's on stuff. Jet Set Radio, Jet Grind Radio for those overseas. That's on everything else now. Unless you just really, really want to play Zombie Revenge, I don't really see a reason for the Dreamcast. Unless I guess maybe Blitz.
Typing of the Dead?
Good point. I really need to hook that thing up back to those keyboards and... Anyway.
I've given you a project to do now, haven't I? That's what...
Well, I bought those keyboards several years ago for that Tokyo and Tulsa deal.
Mm-hmm.
And so I took them apart and disconnected the cables so that way the cords weren't attached to them for the Dreamcast. They're actual Dreamcast keyboards.
Yeah.
So I need to find out where those cables are and reconnect them. I need to find out where the keyboards are. Oh no. I didn't think this through. You're
going to be busy tomorrow is what you're saying.
I'll forget about it by the time we start watching this.
That may be true. So yeah, that's basically all we're going to do this week. We've got some changes that we're going to be making to the show. We'll talk about that over the next few weeks. We haven't even fully decided everything that we're going to be doing. But this week, with the state of play out, and it's like 40 minutes long. So we figured we would just watch that and give you guys our reactions to that show and the things that are coming out over the next year for the PlayStation. So I'm ready if you're ready, Ethan.
Count it down.
Counting down. We'll do 3, 2, 1, and then press play.
Do we press play on one or then? I mean, on then press or
After 1. 3, 2, 1, and then press. Okay, ready?
Okay.
3, 2, 1. Now.
I might be like half a second ahead of you.
Oh, I heard the PlayStation come on. You know what? Of the two systems, the PS4 and the Xbox One, I prefer the Xbox's turning on sound to the PlayStation.
Yeah, it's what, subtle?
It is, but
It's unique.
It's welcoming. Like it's like you're ready to play a game now, aren't you?
Yeah, whereas you turn on the PlayStation, it's like beep. Like,
yeah.
Okay.
So, Crash Bandicoot. We're starting. I want to play this. Like I am excited about
Yeah,
this
I
game.
still have never played a Crash Bandicoot game, and even I'm like, maybe I should pre-order this one.
Do you own the Insane Trilogy?
No, I don't.
Oh.
It wouldn't take much to get it. So. But after seeing how hard it is just to get like the true ending on like the second game on there, it's like, oh god, why?
Yeah. This looks very much like that original trilogy. I really hope that they make some improvements to the camera.
I don't think there will be improvements to the camera, Tony.
I don't know. We'll see.
I think it will be static. Insanity Beach.
Yeah, it just looks messier.
It's like Crash has done nothing for the environment. Then again, you look at Green Hill Zone and every Sonic the Hedgehog game.
It looks the same.
And it's either the same or it's gotten a little more dangerous. Or turned into a desert at some point.
I do like these new character models and the animations for these cutscenes.
Oh, he's got wall running.
Well, was he changing the... Or was that
I think
just
he had
the
an elemental thing. I'm not sure. I want to know more about the future-looking mask thing he was wearing, too.
New costumes.
Chicken outfit.
You could turn the game into Chicken Run.
Huh.
No MTX. That is developer speak right there.
That's very good developer speak.
The powerful protectors of time and space. Crash and Coco will need their assistance throughout the game to tackle the crazy challenges that we're going to
Now,
This
kiss.
is some really cool lighting effects, too.
who gives you the ability to instantly flip your center of gravity at the
Oh,
That's pretty cool.
Kapunawa, who allows you to slow down the world around
Oh.
okay.
or Lani Loli, who allows you to phase shift elements in and out of existence.
Maybe they phase shift the fire out of existence.
That's probably what was happening. This looks really cool.
Oh, he phase shift inside of it.
Inside the platform and died.
For starters, you can play the entire game as Coco.
Oh,
Any level you
nice.
can play as Crash, you can also play as Coco. It was also very important for us that she take a more prominent role in the story this time as well. But that's not all. We've got a few other characters that you'll get to control.
Yeah, she was just sort of a background character at best, even in the first trilogy.
Here you can see that you'll be taking control of Neo Cortex.
Wait, you can play as Cortex?
Yep.
Change an enemy in this path. In addition to playing as Cortex, we're excited to reveal that for the first time, you'll also get to tail slap your way through crates as Dingodile. I repeat, you get to play as Dingodile in Crash 4.
Why? Who?
Yeah, I have no real sort of, affection for this character. I don't know who he is.
Looks like a shotgun wielding hillbilly.
Like, if they had said I could play as Ripper Roo, that would be one thing. Like, I would be excited to play as Ripper Roo. Oh.
Oh, that's neat.
It's,
Color splash.
it's the Blob.
New and exciting ways to play through the game. In the past, it's been about taking on time trials or discovering all the hidden secrets. Well, for Crash 4, we wanted to bring something brand new to the table. So we teamed up with our friends at Beanox.
Oh, that's cool.
A brand new style of play for Crash 4 that we call inverted mode. It's our souped up, bumpa-berry fueled take.
It looks like you would not be able to see really anything in the environment, but that looks really cool.
New art styles, and I think that mirror mode as well.
One dimension could be asking you to traverse through a neon wasteland, while another tasks players with spinning paint all over the environment to see their path forward. We've even got one that feels like an old-timey movie with the overcranked
That's cool.
camera speed, increasing the actual speed of gameplay as
Oh,
well.
it'd be kind of cool if they could get like a
Players can replay
rubber hose mode, just because why?
Oh yeah, like turn it into Cuphead mode.
Yeah.
Give every player, especially the completionists out there, a reason to revisit each level again to see what new and exciting
water filter
experiences in
mode.
store for them. So that's some of the new stuff that we have in store for you in Crash Bandicoot 4. It's about time.
Like, if you'd have told me that I'd be excited about a Crash Bandicoot game in 2020, I'd never would have believed you. But that looks really fun. Like, I probably won't play it on PlayStation. I'll play it on the Xbox. But that looks really
I'll
fun.
probably play it on PS5.
We opened the show with an all-new look at Crash 4. It's about time. Coming to
Did you see the images of what looked like the leaked black version of the system?
No, I didn't.
There were some that were out this week. I have no clue if they're actually true or anything, but the black system looks way cooler than the white one.
I hope that's an option then. Ah, Hitman, Agent 47.
I've never actually played a Hitman game.
Oh, this is VR. I was wondering if they were going to get to this.
Now you can kill people in first-person mode.
Really? That's what it is. Doors are all automatic still, apparently.
Hello, sir.
Man, he looked
He gets to live.
mad.
This guy, though, in front of the window, sorry, buddy. Your time has come to an end.
Who goes into a single-person bathroom and doesn't lock the door?
No kidding. What was he doing? Just staring out the window, too. And, like, why would you have a bathroom that's one wall of entire... I realize they're up in a high-rise.
He's looking down. He's like, man, they look like ants down there. And then and Agent 47 gets up behind him, puts the rope around his neck, and he's like, they are ants.
Ooh, it's a puzzle game in VR.
With a candle. Those puzzle pieces are too close to that candle. They're going to get wax on them and they'll never fit again.
No kidding. All right, put that letter back together. No. Oh. I thought the pieces were all going to blow away. What is this?
What is it, the kindling box or something?
Is this like a Sherlock Holmes game or something?
Okay, so it's after the ring is cooled down from the fire.
Yeah. They're markings. Some form of Elvish. Time is going backwards. Oh, it's Braid. I don't care. I didn't play the first one.
I don't know what Braid is. My interest in this game has actually dropped.
Yeah, I did not care about this when it was out 12 years ago or whatever. I'm sorry for everybody that likes Braid, because I know it was like the big game to talk about when it first came out. But
I've never heard of it.
We are happy to announce Braid Anniversary Edition. It's the classic puzzle adventure where you manipulate time.
like, I don't like the art style. I don't like the gameplay.
Areas have been re-envisioned to make them more unique, and it's even more like a living painting with brushstrokes animating the world.
Oh, the left side's supposed to be the good one. Oh,
Yes.
I was like, man, the right side's looking a little good on the background stuff here.
Music to enhance the mood, and many hours of developer commentary and
That's the exact opposite of what they want you to think.
programming.
We plan to make it the
Don't tell them I said that.
game ever. So if you want to learn how video games are made, Braid Anniversary Edition.
That would be
is a
cool.
resource.
Like, I would love for more games to have in-depth developer commentary on them. I know it's a hard thing to do,
Yeah.
but I would love for more developer commentary stuff that you could turn on while you're playing.
Dude, I would love to just turn on developer commentary for like every Metal Gear game.
Let's take a quick tour.
No
and see
kidding.
footage captured from PS5.
Kojima's like, well, I thought this would be really cool to do, so that's what we did.
I'm excited to share more with you today about our upcoming
And that's
game,
it.
The Pathless. The Pathless is an open-world, mythic adventure game set in a vast forest. You play as the hunter.
You have a bow. You could tell that they're a hunter because they have a bow.
We like substance, but we make up for it in beauty.
To fill her dash meter, which
Okay.
allows her to
How did that arrow do that?
Oh, it's,
Choo.
it's magic
Fluid, dynamic movement is at the core of the
and reading the
Pathless.
wind.
So the game's unique take on archery is all about
Man,
timing,
she's gonna need
not aiming down
new
sights.
boots and like
This design
like
was critical to make
Her
the
pants are gonna have
to
grass
shoot
stains
on
all
both
over
sides
them.
and performing acrobatic
they're gonna be
maneuvers.
friction. The friction's gonna just wear them out,
As
man.
skilled as the hunter herself.
Starting to get in dangerous territory. Start talking about that. I was like, ah.
Like, what is? I'm not entirely sure what the
not
point
even aiming
of
at
her-
what's on screen anymore. Just shooting it.
You can even fly. The bond between the hunter and the eagle is central in the Pathless.
Oh, fly.
You
The
can
bird's
That's a
like, she's-
strong eagle.
The bird's like, you're too fat. You know, PETA's gonna have a field day with that. They're like, no, this game's bad. It's gonna make kids believe that their eagles can carry them. I'm like, what?
Make
Kid
sure
has a
you
pet
educate
eagle.
to keep it clean and in good flying condition.
Dude, I want.
And is a
pet eagle.
ninja at
That
that.
eagle's on fire.
It's a phoenix.
That's not how you put out fire.
It's a finagle. There we
Person.
go. Oh,
You cannot rub fire off of an eagle like that.
If you know where to look.
have you tried rubbing fire off of an eagle like that?
Okay, good point. I've never tried rubbing fire off of an eagle. I assume, knowing what I know about fire,
We're
and
gonna have
eagles-
to ask some experts now.
You'll also
All right, I will find an eagle expert and be like, "Oh,
So-
show him this.
so
Hey,
if
can
you're-
you rub fire
you're-
off of an eagle?"
If you're an expert at putting fires out that are on eagles, email us at
Procedurally generated ENT@gmail.com.
thank you. Just
Shoot
tweet
through the
us.
ring.
Just tweet us
There you
at
go.
Pathless is all about finding your own way.
Okie Tony 34.
Unlike most open world games,
Yeah.
there's no map.
Give them your personal
The hunter
Twitter.
can use her map to peer into the spirit world and discover distant landmarks.
Why would you build a building like that? Ooh,
With a,
she's using
with a
eagle
giant
vision.
hole in it.
Let you see further with
Whoa.
vision.
It was like the building was split in half, but no, it was like built like that.
There's the Eye of Sauron in the background.
Right? There's his brother, Right Eye.
Oh, the right eye of Sauron.
A constant threat to you on your quest. They will try to separate you from the eagle.
How dare they? Come back.
What is?
Smog.
It's like a really angry deer.
No, come back.
Birdie, no.
Well, now you got to kill this fire deer.
Stay still
It's like a
for light
fire
and
lizard
protection.
deer. They're really not selling me on this game, so
I don't know. I mean, aside from running around and shooting squares in the air, I don't know what else you're
it's-
supposed to do.
right.
You won't be able to take
I mean, they just went right in. They're like, "You're the hunter. Here's your eagle. You shoot arrows. You run on grass and slide. Your
And the
bird
eagle
carries
flies.
you." And then there's Sauron. Saved you a click.
Like, I like the visual style.
Yeah, it's certainly a nice looking
the
game.
cursed spirits will be vulnerable.
But-
The Eye of
but
Sauron is
they're-
good now.
Corner them.
They're
Final battle.
what, PR
Like-
person or something?
What is the point of shooting the squares in the air?
Why are these creatures here? I don't. Does she live in this forest? Is there a village? Why is this big monster that could easily kill her that she couldn't even that she was hiding from earlier? Why is it running from her in fear?
Well, she's shooting it with arrows.
Yeah, but it could devour her. You know that. See, look at that. If it wasn't running away the whole time, it could have just blighted the entire landscape, and she would have nowhere to hide.
Wait, how many? He's got like 8 legs.
Yeah. It's because he only has one eye and like weird-looking horns.
We'll have to defeat the cursed spirits to bring light back to the world.
Oh, we gotta bring light back to the world. Okay.
Okay, but I still don't know what the point of shooting the squares in the air are
We've
for.
only scratched the surface. There's so much more.
I don't know. You would think she'd have a limited number of arrows.
The Pathos is coming out later this year.
Well, there's probably like some spirit reason why she has like spirit arrows or something.
Well, she would eventually break the rope or the what do you call that? The string on the bow would eventually break. So what they should have done was make it like a spiritual arrow with a spiritual string on there, and it's just a special piece of wood. And then it breaks in half. She's dual wielding like crossbows.
Too.
Hi, my name is Derek Yu, and I'm the creator of Spelunky.
Splunky.
Oh, Derek.
Oh,
Oh,
Spelunky 2,
you got
I wanted to
squashed.
make sure we made something that got old fans
Spelunking
excited,
on the
but also
moon.
brought in new players. It was important
A
to
dog.
change the
You get a
theme to
dog
Spelunky
this time.
such a unique experience in the first place.
can you pet the dog?
So many people became fans of the game through their friends and family.
I just love like it's like oh happy fun time dead in a very horrific way.
More people can play the game together. And I also
The
wanted to
fire
make
ladybug.
the
No,
community
did she throw the dog? She threw the dog
She
in the
threw the
fire.
dog.
game felt
Oh, well, okay, 0 out of 10 on this game now.
In Spelunky 2, when you do runs and discover new characters, you'll also be building an in-game community and family.
Aw.
I designed the world of Spelunky 2 to feel much more rich and dynamic than Spelunky
What the?
1.
He's just
To
sleeping.
feel a lot more full.
She
Players
blew him
will be able to
up.
explore and interact with
It's a
different
harsh
monsters
world to
and
survive in the Splunky universe.
For example, you'll be able to ride turkeys,
You can ride
Awesome.
turkeys.
Okay,
find
10 out of 10.
passageways,
You can ride turkeys. I've never done that in a
Game of the
game
year.
before.
choose between branching paths as you make your way deeper into the caves.
It's all downhill from here, man.
As a result, the stories players create will have much more texture to them.
I just realized I'm sitting here watching it through the OBS window when I have it full screen on the other monitor.
Oh, oh!
Spelunky 1 runs often centered around the shops and how you chose to interact with them. So in Spelunky 2,
Don't take my
it's a
stuff.
shopping experience
Well, he fell down the hole.
where you
She
wants to
could easily steal everything she wants. That oh,
and also add a new
Murdered by
character to help
dice.
you or hinder you. Given how amazing the Spelunky community is,
Dude, this game
it's hard
is
to say how
violent.
long it will take to find the deepest secrets.
we might have to play this
But I
one
think
day.
the great thing about Spelunky is that the deepest secrets are the ones that even I don't know about.
Dude
There are
making the
lots of
game
things
doesn't
in
even know
Spelunky
about
that
stuff.
adult
That's
players can
awesome.
use to push past the boundaries of what we, as the developers, know about the game.
Is he cloning the dog?
Two types of favorite stories from Spelunky fans. First are when people are genuinely surprised by something that happened in the game. And second, the ones where people shared a fun
Look at that
experience with
dog.
friends and family and multiplayer. These are the stories
Need
that
more
we're
turkey
focusing
riding.
on in Spelunky 2. They're really what guided my design choices. After
I want a
releasing
game where the
Spelunky,
whole
I
point of the
knew
game
there
is
was
just
a
to
lot
ride
more
a
that could be
turkey.
done with the concept and the world. Knowing that possibility was out there is what's been exciting for me and the rest of the team.
Oh, excuse me.
Oh, I thought that was the video.
Sorry, I didn't realize that was coming.
It was like they're in the water doing a thing. Like, oh, okay, she's suffocating, I guess.
A big thanks to the fans who've waited patiently for us to finish Spelunky 2. It's been a long journey, but
Yep.
I think it's gonna be worth it. Thanks.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, Yeti.
Yeah, he just
Oh.
threw her off the thing.
Oh, it's not over yet. Why?
Nope. Oh, okay, we're done.
I thought the thing was gonna land and it was still gonna keep going with a combo there.
Yeah, with the little alien.
Oh man.
We've got a bunch of new
That'd be one of those games I'd probably play like once or twice and have fun with it. Okay, I do remember seeing the trailer for this one, and I thought I missed the title at the beginning, and I thought this was like Gravity Rush 3 for a second.
Is this
It's Genshin Impact or whatever. This looks really
is
cool.
the Breath of the Wild looking thing.
Yes.
Okay.
I want to
Yeah,
play
people
this.
had a problem with it, but it was like just different enough.
This looks really cool.
Yeah, it looks great.
I think this is the second game from these developers. The first one was Gun Girls or something like that.
Gun Girls? Who's the developer?
Don't remember their name right off the top of my head.
I'm sure it'll show up eventually. This game is very much anime, the video game.
Yeah.
But it actually looks really good too, so... So the joke is kind of obsolete at this point. Multiplayer?
Yep. So it looks like.
Okay, nice.
That's one of those. If it has co-op like campaign, I would absolutely play through that. Here's the one game.
Genshin Impact is an upcoming free-to-play open-world action role-playing game.
Free to play?
Yes. Their first game was Gun Girls with a Z. Okay.
Yeah.
Developers MiHoYo. Oh look, it's Tron the not video game.
Yeah.
Or it's not Tron the video game.
And see, I think this looks really good. You're not as sold on this one as I am.
It like the cutscene stuff looks pretty good, but the battle system on here, it's just I don't know. It looks cheap, I guess would be the word.
Yeah. Aeon dies.
Then again, I don't have much to go off of other than what they're showing us here. I've never seen the game before other than this.
Yeah. Looks like Warframe. Like if Warframe and Tron got together and made it and was a game. That's what that looks like. The Deadliest Catch, the game.
This looks like a 2D on a 3D plane.
Mm-hmm.
What's with all these like future?
Yeah, there's a lot of this
things?
like futuristic anime looking things this year.
See, this one, it looks more involved on the combat, in my opinion. The other thing
Okay.
looked not as involved.
Yeah, I can understand that.
I can't.
This has a very
There's
similar
a game I could compare it to, but I can't think of what it's called at the moment. And the game is like barely a year old that I'm thinking about.
It's
Oh,
time to
hiccups.
talk bug snacks. Let's check out
Yes!
gameplay footage
More
of
bug
the
snacks.
PS4
I have no idea what this game is, but I want to play it. Like, you curly fry arm, man. Curly fry arm. And C. Clumby Clumbernut, who reminds me of Edna. Is that her name? From Monsters Inc. Not Edna.
I know who you're talking about, but yeah.
I swear, if you chase this bug snack story, you're out of a job.
So you're a reporter.
Yes. We have known that since day one.
Do me a favor and take my snack trap.
Snack trap. Yeah. Catch that strawberry.
Use your help. This bunger goes wild for ketchup. Lead the bunger over yonder.
Ketchup bombs. All right.
Yes. Carrot worm.
My favorite bug snack is. And Bobs.
It's in a hamster ball.
You still there's
That's
no
awesome.
no clue oh, this guy is deep in the conspiracy theories.
That was an Oreo cookie.
I've still no clue what this game is.
Does it really matter when you could have a strawberry bug living in a hamster ball?
Say you do find these bug snacks and make it back alive. You just might keep your job.
Like, the developers have done enough to make this game so weird that I have to... Oh, it's a pizza monster.
Better than flying spaghetti monster.
That's true.
Oh,
Like, I want to play Bug Snacks.
I wanted to know more about that game. Oh, Star Wars.
Star Wars. In VR. VR lightsaber game.
Yeah, we call that Beat Saber. Oh, this one's with force powers. I see.
You must stop, Vida. I don't understand why you never mentioned that you had the.
Like, they should just... Everybody know the biggest problem with any Star Wars game is that you can't make the Force users as strong as they're supposed to be. So make this game and just let people go nuts.
Pretty much, yeah. It would be kind of like playing any of the Valve games where you get the gravity gun, but you're the gravity gun.
Yeah.
The Dreamcast logo, did you see it?
I did not. 505 game.
A lunar lander.
What?
Remedy Entertainment.
Oh, this is more control.
Yep. And this part is linking up with the Alan Wake series.
Is it?
Yes.
Is that what the typewriter was all about?
Yeah, it's confirming that like these two are in the actual same universe.
Ah.
I think is what I saw the other day when I looked at some stuff.
Oh.
Alan Wake expansion.
There you go.
That's there we go. I can neither confirm nor deny what I said. This will be the
Oh, this is auto chess.
yeah. Because that's how you get people interested in chess. Make it cartoony with different
I
things.
mean,
It
I played a lot.
works.
I played a lot of battle chess back in the 90s on the computer.
Oh, this is more like tower defense or something, right? This looks like something I would get bored of. I take that back. This is something I'm already bored of.
It looks like a mobile thing.
Yes,
like
that's
you would
exactly
play on
it.
mobile. Okay, bathroom logo of the game.
Bathroom lady, got it. She's really got to go.
No kidding. All right, go in that door.
Oh, is this No, this is something new, isn't it? Never mind.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Connect.
Yeah, I've seen a game like this before.
Connect the pictures together.
Yeah, you can kind of do weird things, end up in different areas, and it's like based on perception where you connect stuff.
Yeah. Huh. This is one of the. Is this a puzzle platformer with a unique art style? Would this
Look
qualify
at the
as
Game
one
Boy
of the?
down there.
Oh,
Yeah, it's a unique puzzle platformer.
click. Turn on the TV.
I think this has been on PC for a while already.
That's the PS4 controller.
Maybe on Xbox. I don't know.
Now let's take a look at 2 new games headed to PS5.
2 new games.
Are the forest shadows.
If this is, I want to play this. This looks really cool. This is Robin Hood.
Oh.
Of a corrupt state.
Hey, it's more Focus Home Interactive.
They're a lot. Their name is out there a lot more than I realized. I used to think of them only as the farming simulator publisher, and then I realized they do a whole lot more than just that.
Everything from those they claim to protect. Authority and steel will not.
Look at all these
I
people
thought-
wearing masks. And not,
I
and not
thought this was
complaining.
like when I first saw this. I thought this was like a Souls game.
Are wraiths. Bypass defense.
She's not wearing a mask. How dare she?
I don't think they cared back then.
This video will be watched like 20 years from now on YouTube. Someone will be like, Daddy, why is he talking about people wearing masks?
That's what happens when you wear a mask. You get stabbed in the throat.
By someone not wearing a mask.
Yep. See?
Oh my gosh, you're right.
And the people call us heroes.
It's a mimic.
Hey, there's somebody behind you.
We are rivals.
That's you. Oh, sorry, ignore that. Okay, technically he was wearing a mask.
This looks really good.
Outlaws and Legends.
Smash. Sword.
Legends.
That's right.
I'll need to see a little more, but I have some interest in this.
I wonder if this is going to be PS5 exclusive.
Footage captured from PS5. Tim.
Pokemon.
It really is just Pokemon.
It is just Pokemon.
See, this is the problem. This is on PS5 and not the Vita.
You can play this on PC.
No. If it had been on Vita and had interaction with PS5, you know, PlayStation.
Is this on? This is on Switch too, I think.
I think it is. I'm just saying.
But like, it's one of those like we can't have Pokemon on the Xbox and the PS5, so we'll just get Tim instead.
Well, that's what Sony needed was their own Pokemon. Instead, they're like, nah, we'll let third party do it. And third party just never did it. Well, they never did it in the way Sony, or the way that people wanted because they were competing with Pokemon.
Before we wrap up, let's take a tour of Godfall. We've got new PS5 gameplay for this.
Be ready. There is tons of Godfall here. This is what ends the show, and I saw this trailer afterwards, and it is really long. Like, 'cause how much time is there left in this video?
I looked at how long I've been recording, and the video is like, what, 40, what do we say, 45 minutes?
Yeah, it's 42 minutes, and we're at 33. There's 9 minutes of Godfall.
We are very excited to share gameplay
Okay, and capture for the PS5 dev kit. Okay.
mystical world of
So this might be a little
Today,
overpowered
you'll be seeing
PS5.
extensive
Don't know.
gameplay captured on a PlayStation 5 development.
There's a Guardian,
Please keep in mind that the game is still a work in progress.
or a
Some
Ghost,
things may change
whatever. What are they called?
I don't know.
Ghost?
as we continue to learn
You know,
and
in
harness
Destiny.
Oh, yeah, Ghost.
Sony's next generation
The
console.
little flying
Yeah.
things, yeah.
Yeah.
So let's jump right into what
I thought it said game over.
Yeah.
Godfall is a looter slasher.
I mean, technically it did. You take the word view off.
Satisfying moment-to-moment
This is
combat
like a
with
fantasy
robust
version of
action
Borderlands.
systems. You can enjoy the game at your own pace, playing alone, or through online co-op with up to 2 additional teammates.
Oh, so it's 3-player.
Godfall
Yep.
is set in a brand new high fantasy universe filled with heroic knights, arcane magic, and forbidden realms. The world is split up into the elemental realms of earth
Well, they don't have an instant kill thing from behind.
and fire.
So this is
Godfall
Avatar.
is a complete package. All looting
I hate
You got
Avatar.
game are
the Earth
acquired
Kingdom,
or
the Air
unlocked through
Kingdom,
gameplay.
the Fire
No
Kingdom, and the Water Kingdom.
microtransactions. No waiting for content. It's all in the game on
You know,
day one.
technically the Fire Kingdom would also be the
As you
Ice
adventure,
Kingdom.
you'll get to tear through enemies to challenge a mad
It would.
god
It's not that it's
who
the
awaits you
opposite
at
of
the
fire.
top.
I mean, it's
Replay of the
rather
Warrior,
the lack of heat. So they
godlike
can.
warrior able
Fire
to
would be the
equip
control of heat,
valor plates,
right?
legendary armor sets that transform
Yeah.
you into an unstoppable master of melee combat.
So they could essentially just pull the heat
Throughout
from
your
someone's
journey,
body, leaving
you'll
them
find
like
ancient
freezing their heart
elements lost
instantly
in
and killing
time,
them.
each with their own
Or putting too much heat
characteristics
in there and just
and
making the
long
heart
history.
explode. Whereas if you're an airbender, you
Let's
just
talk
inflate
about
their lungs or
gameplay.
deflate their
Godfall.
lungs.
You know, I never thought about the Avatar universe in
Wanted to do something
those
different.
terms.
We wanted to
Yeah,
combine
this is
action RPG
some.
loot progression
There was
with
a talk
first-person
about
melee combat to create what we
I think it's
is a looter
Iceman or
slasher.
something from the X-Men stuff.
The game is therefore one part
Or
gear-driven and one
from
part
the
pursuit.
Marvel universe. There was
In other words,
and
not only
it was
do we
like
want you to find
he
exquisite
could be so much
weapons with
stronger if
powerful
he
loot
cause someone like took
we
him
also
over
want
for
you to have
like
the
a day and
feeling
was
of
like
accomplishment
he could be so much
and
stronger if he'd
mastery
actually
by
use his powers the
several
right
combat
way.
mechanics available to you in Godfall. From a combat philosophy
I guess with the
perspective,
water they could
melee
dry
combat in
someone out or
Godfall is
make them.
intended to be
You could
fluid,
suck all the
Drown.
water out of their cells.
embracing offense over defense. More
As
often
for
than
the
not, you'll be facing
Earth,
multiple enemies at the same time. As a result,
Well, like,
that one
you
gets a
know,
little tricky.
and closing
well,
the gap on enemies.
you know, there are
You dominate the
bloodbenders
combat
in
space, not the enemies.
Avatar, which are basically
I wouldn't know. I don't watch.
Now that you're
there
familiar
are,
with the combat
and
philosophy, let's dig into the
like
weapons
later
themselves.
in the series, Toph learns
In
to
Godfall,
bend
there are
iron,
5 weapon classes.
which
The
you know
longsword,
is in your blood, and so you could,
the
Good
in
point.
theory,
Good
just
point.
manipulate all of the iron in someone's body.
the
They could
two-handed
essentially
warrior,
do like a sandstorm on a
the
person,
two-handed greatsword.
essentially grinding down their skin with the fine dirt or
Mhm.
sand, I guess.
Fast combos to more
Yeah, if you think about it, the Avatar universe could get really gruesome. But there are actually in the show there are people who are bloodbenders and they
Limit
use
or
that to
remove powers or something.
well no they just kill people by manipulating
Yeah.
the blood in their bodies.
We'll go over the dual blades and the longsword weapon classes. The dual blades are the fastest weapon class in Godfall, embodying speed, fluidity, and mobility. The dual blades are exceptional against soft, unarmored targets or single
Dual
targets.
blades if you're a
You
DPS.
can perform a combo by executing 4 consecutive light attacks. The dual blades heavy attack is a spinning blade cyclone. The blade cyclone can also be used as a finisher at the end of your light attack combo.
But
So what
why
are
would
the
we use it as a
signature
finisher
moves
when we
for
could
dual
actually have a
blades?
finisher?
As you build up charge, you can also activate Inner Focus, which is unique to the dual blades, which inflicts massive damage in a short period of time. There's also Mortal Coil, where you can throw your blade into
Whoa.
an enemy, pulling
God
the
of War,
enemy
the
towards
video
you,
game.
pulling it
Yep.
toward
Get over here.
you. Now let's switch to the longsword weapon class. Longswords are balanced weapons, embodying crisp damage and simple cooldowns without needing a lot of elaborate combo setups. Similar to dual blades, longswords have their own 4-hit light attack combo. Then there's the heavy attack finisher, which can be used at the end of your
Why is
light
that dude
attack
not
combo.
carrying a shield?
There are 3 signature moves.
Because his
for the
other
longsword
move is the
class.
two-hand that
There's
sword.
Spectral Flurry,
Oh, he had a
which
shield
cannot be
Yeah,
right
they're
there.
doing God of War
deals
style with the
high
shield
damage
where it
to
just folds out
multiple
on your
nearby
arm.
targets. Then there's Spiral Technique, which eviscerates all enemies in a straight fixed path. Notice there's a white.
I guess that
flash
eliminates
before
like
longsword
the worry
strike
of having
the
it
time
clipping
attack.
through the body and
If you
stuff.
press the shield
Yeah.
button exactly at the same time, you'll perform a devastating shield uppercut with your longsword.
Yep, that's God of War right
Shield
there.
is a core part of Godfall. It's available to you throughout the entire game.
This is where we find out this is actually God of War
Incoming
2.
attacks with your shield. If you press the shield button at the right time, you can also parry an attack. You can perform a light attack after a last-second shield block to counterattack with a powerful shield strike. Shield is great not just for defense.
Have we? I don't
but also
remember. Have we
offense.
actually gotten
You can
news about a
throw
God
your
of War
shield, which
sequel?
will hit multiple
No,
enemy
but the
targets.
game left it
If you tap the
very,
shield button
very
just
open
as
that
you
there
press
is
your
going to
shield,
be
you
one.
can perform a powerful wave
Like
attack.
I couldn't remember if we actually. There's been so
Double tap
many,
the shield button to petrify
news
enemies.
announcements.
There's probably it's probably
And of course,
it's probably like a script in the making right now. It's like, where do we go from here? And
Yeah. It'll be their holiday
it's
2021
like,
game.
how is Odin? No, not Odin. How is Thor gonna fight and stuff like that? Hello.
Large man. Oh,
It's actually a bell.
every time he swings it, it rings.
I think I think that was actually like a weapon in Dark. Was it Dark Souls or Dark Souls 2? Where it's like just a giant bell like that you use as a mace.
Like Marin in Hyrule Warriors uses a bell.
Oh, maybe I'm thinking of Monster Hunter. He's on fire. You notice there's no HUD.
Yeah. I don't know if that's going to be something in the game or not.
So I could easily see them just doing like the fading to red on the screen and you hit the back way to recover a bit.
Mm-hmm.
we hope you enjoyed our first walkthrough video of Godfall running on the PlayStation 5. We also want to thank all the fans for their endless support since our initial reveal back in December. We have a few more surprises coming down the road, such as details on loot and progression,
Ooh.
and are eager to share more with you on our way to launch this holiday season. We hope that you will join our Godfall community on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. Thank you.
Gearbox. Nice. Why is that rotating in two different ways?
It's a special hyper tornado.
Enjoy this peek into the future of PlayStation.
So there you go. That is the state of play from Sony from this week. So, I mean, there was some interesting stuff that they showed off. The things that I'm most interested about coming to the PlayStation are actually the things that are more lighthearted and fun, the classic 90s platformers and stuff like Ratchet and Clank and Crash Bandicoot. Those are the things that I'm really looking forward to playing on PlayStation.
Right?
Like some other stuff looks really cool. Godfall, I've been interested in it. It looks really cool. I'll probably play it at some point, but that's not the thing that just is really getting me excited about it. The stuff like I
Yeah,
really
it's not your system seller right there.
No, it's not. I'm really looking forward and seeing more from Ratchet and Clank. It looks like they're really doing some interesting stuff with like the portals and things like that. I'm very, very interested in seeing more of that. So
Bug snacks.
yeah, and bug snacks, exactly. I want to know what that game is because I have no clue. No clue whatsoever what that game is.
Every time
All
I
I-
see it, the characters on there remind me of the neighbors on the Amazing World of Gumball.
Okay.
I don't. For anyone who's seen that, they know exactly what I'm talking about. Whereas the neighbors that they're those big foam looking puppet looking people, and that's what those characters look like in that game to me. I don't know why.
There is. I wish I could remember what it is. They remind me of. There was a game on the Wii that I played a lot, where it was basically Pac-Man. It was like a 3D Pac-Man, but you were eating monsters made out of food, and that's what Bug Snacks reminds me of somewhat. And I cannot remember what that game was called at all. I wish I could.
I don't know. I've never heard of that game.
It was like it was a game that was clearly marketed towards like kids, and it was fun. And as you ate, you started out, you would eat small, enemies that were made of food, and as you did that, you would grow bigger, and eventually you'd be able to eat bigger and bigger types of food. Um, but I cannot remember what that game was called for the life of me. My kids really, really liked watching me play it.
What were those games called on the Wii? The the downloadable ones. Like
WiiWare.
WiiWare. Thank you. I'm trying to find it now.
Yeah, I'm trying to find what the name of this game was that I played, but I cannot remember. It was made by Majesco, or it was published by Majesco. It wasn't Cooking Mama. I don't know.
Bonsai Barber. That wasn't it. Tales of Monkey Island. I forgot that was a thing.
Tales of Monkey Island is a thing, yes.
Kind of where the series went to die. Not a good thing, but yeah.
It's gonna drive me crazy that I cannot remember what that game was called. I'll have to see if I can find it this week, because that's exactly what Bug Snacks reminds me of. It's not in terms of the gameplay, because they're very different types of games, but just the whole food thing. So yeah, that is, I'm really, really, really interested in more of the fun, nowhere near realistic looking games coming out. And I don't know if that's just a sign of the times, or I'm just like, I just want to play a game and not have to think about anything.
That's really a thing as well. So maybe you just want some excitement in a video game rather than just having to think it through and just enjoying a story.
Yeah. So, but yeah, is there anything that just jumped out at you that you are interested in from that?
Yeah, that Halo 6 on there. I mean,
I don't think you're gonna be able to play that on PlayStation.
Oh.
So.
No, the Crash Bandicoot thing looked really good on there.
Yeah, I agree. Like, it's gonna be interesting to see how they upgrade that game, because the Insane Trilogy was very faithful to the original games. But it looks like they've taken a lot of the stuff they've learned from that, and hopefully they improve things like making the camera better, and making some of the jumps not so frustrating that it takes you 20 minutes to get past one small little section of the game in order to keep playing.
Oh, they'll probably have something like that.
Like the new masks and stuff with the different powers that they give Crash looks really neat.
It means you'll have to utilize those abilities properly.
Oh, absolutely. I'm wondering if they're going to be specific, like level specific, like you get to a certain point and then you get the mask, or are they things that you collect and can use them at any point?
I don't know. I'm gonna bet it's probably specific to location on there.
So it was a little hard to tell. I wasn't entirely sure. That makes sense, like, because I think if they gave them to you all the time, they'd really have to.
They'd have to plan out every level to. All right, this one we need to make sure that it can't just be beaten in 1 second because you have this mask, whereas you can do it in 20 minutes with this mask.
And you'd have to take into account every mask for every level and make sure the game can be beatable but not exploited.
People are going to try to exploit that ability.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Speedrunners are going to go nuts with that stuff, and it'll be great.
So, well, all right. I guess then that will be that for the show this week. So, thank you very much for being here and watching that.
See you all next week.
Later. If you want to reach out to us, we have new ways to do so. You can email us at procedurallygeneratedent@gmail.com. If you like what we do, you can support us on Patreon by going to patreon.com/pgent. Patreon supporters get the video version of the podcast a day early. Follow us on Twitter at twitter.com/progenint. Check out our YouTube channel, and we still have that famous Facebook group where you can interact with us on a daily basis as well.